Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of Bravo Company, 5th Battalion, 101st Combat Aviation Brigade, Captain John Walsh.
Thanks, I needed a little height adjustment. Unlike Bruce, I had to prepare some comments, so give me a second. I know he's got the gift. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Gold Star families, our distinguished visitors from across the 101st Airborne Division, Air Assault, Lancers, past and present, and family and friends. I would like to extend a personal welcome to our Gold Star family member, Mrs. Anita Sargable, on the behalf of the fallen Lancer, First Lieutenant Charles Anderson, during Operation Lamb Sung 719. Thank you for being here today. And to everyone, it's an honor to stand here today and commemorate our fallen Lancers. These monuments before us represent those who gave their lives so others can enjoy the blessing of liberty. They are a reminder to future generations that freedom has a price. In the same way these names are etched in stone, their memories are etched in the hearts of those who had the privilege of knowing, loving, and flying with them. This community is a family, built by the bonds that are forged during long missions and long days, where we put our lives in the hands of our brothers and sisters in the crew. The loss of any team member creates a scar that is without words. And as we grieve the recent loss of our brothers and sister of the Eagle 9 and Eagle Dustoff, we are reminded once again that these memorials are not only stone, but a poignant physical reminder of the impact these service members have made on us. It has been the heroic actions of the past Lancers, putting good people into bad places, that have built our legacy. Preserving a legacy is not for the faint of heart, especially one tested by the tragic loss of air crews. The Lancers have prevailed, continued to grow, and commemorate the lives of those who didn't get to come home. Of the original 20 aircraft that deployed with the Lancers in the 158th to Vietnam, only one aircraft returned. Of the aircraft that deployed in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, the crew from 431 didn't come home. When the Lancers were called by the nation to deploy to Afghanistan as a part of Operation Enduring Freedom, the crew from 517 didn't come home. Their sacrifice is still felt in the bond of the Lancers. And through the hurt and healing that comes with mourning the loss of our teammates, comes a bond deeper than no other profession can fathom. As the Lancers have overcome the devastating losses of service members and air crews, we have always found our way back to our wartime mission, and that is to provide premier air mobile operations to the Ground Force Commander through unmatched tempo and lethality. As you have seen yesterday, we'll see today and tomorrow, the Lancers are continuing to do exactly that. When there is a time of need or a critical mission, it's the Lancers who continue to answer the call no matter what. They say you measure a leader not by what they accomplished during their tenure, but the continued performance of the organization after they are gone. To the men and women of the Lancers who wore the patch in past wars and campaigns, I can assure you, your leadership has lived on. From creating the 160th SOAR, home of the Night Stalkers, which is the most trained and lethal warfighting unit in the Army Aviation, to creating the premier assault company and the premier Air Assault Brigade and the Air Assault Division, your impacts continue to be felt. Your bravery, dedication to each other, and aviation expertise are still reverberating through the crew members flying today. We stand on your shoulders, glean wisdom from the lessons you've learned, and strive to live up to the exceptional standards you've set for the Lancers. As I've gotten to know the Lancers, past and present, what strikes me as a defining factor of this truly storied unit is the commitment. The commitment we have to one another, to the community that comes with serving as a Lancer, and the commitment to the mission, serving the needs of the boots on the ground. The Lancers have a willingness to fly through the gates of hell together if that's what's required. As the Lancer Company has changed, some things have not and will never change. We will always be the most trained, lethal, and trusted warfighting professionals who honor the Lancer legacy on every mission, every day. Air Mobile, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Staff Sergeant Bruce Nesmith, U.S. Army retired, Vietnam Lancer and door gunner.
Good morning, honored guests, members of the military, past members of the military, all Lancers, all generations. In a way, we're all a brotherhood. that brotherhood that you heard about in the movies. We're all kind of like that Mel Gibson movie where once we were soldiers and young. These people on these monuments are always going to be young. They'll never age. We always remember them as they were. They'll be young and brave and bold and willing to go where normal people wouldn't go, and come back from places where people couldn't come back. In a way, we are the tip of the spear, but we're the tip of more than one spear. We're the tip of the aviation spear. We're the tip of the combat spear these days. We're the first in, and we're the last out. When the divisions go in to start the war, we're at the head of that spear. When the pullout comes out, when the last man comes off the ground, he comes off the ground in one of our helicopters. We're always there, all the way through. But we're the tip of another spear. We're the tip of our maintainer's spear. You think of all of the people who maintain these aircraft that we fly in, all of the people who drive the fuel trucks, the people that run the avionics, the people that run all the electronic work, all of the people that it takes just to get the stupid thing into the air so that we can fly around in it. We need to honor all of us as really the tip of that spear, and all of us as lancers as being the very sharp point on that tip. And I thank you for all coming. I thank you for the attention you've paid and having these monuments, and particularly in my case, the Vietnam Monument is probably the greatest achievement of my life. And I am just truly honored and blessed to no degree to have been able to do it and been able to pull it off. And I thank all of you for your participation and for your help. And Captain Walsh, when your wife goes and talks to her maintainer, you tell her to give her a hell of a still-winded speech. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen.
At this time, Colonel Don Pipes, U.S. Army retired, and Miss Anita Grandel Sargable, Gold Star survivor of First Lieutenant Charles Anderson, will place a wreath at the base of the Lancer Memorial in honor of all our fallen comrades and veterans. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Staff Sergeant Dan Bush, Vietnam Lancer and Door Gunner, will call the name of each fallen Lancer. First Lieutenant Joshua Elliott, Lancer 26, will toll the Lancer bell as the name of each fallen soldier is called.
What an outstanding day this is. Welcome, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, and to my fellow Lancers, Air Mobile, Air Assault, Airborne. There are two important days in a warrior's life: the day you are born and the day you find out why. These Lancer warriors I'm about to read are my heroes. I know almost every one of them. The reading of the names of these warriors: Bravo Company, 158th Assault Helicopter Battalion, Vietnam. Specialist 5, Arthur Smith. Staff Sergeant James Dorsey, Jr. CW2, Ben Sutton. Warrant Officer Carl Hughes. Sergeant Michael Cox. Specialist 4th Class Marvin Shreen. Captain James Lyon. Warrant Officer James Burton, Jr. CW2 Richard Worthington, Jr. Warrant Officer Robert Kirk. Sergeant Frank Hernandez. Specialist 4th Class William Weiss, Jr. Captain Eugene Miller. Warrant Officer George Berry, Jr. Sergeant William Vaught III. Specialist 4th Class Stephen Perkins. Specialist 4th Class Alvin Ivanhoff. PFC Walter Taylor, Jr. Lieutenant Charles Anderson. Specialist 4th Class Paul Scambetti. Specialist 4th Class Charles Kalani. Lieutenant James Williamson. Those are the Lancer Warriors from the Vietnam War. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for a moment of silence and a flyover conducted by 3 Lancer Blackhawks.
When our Blackhawks come over, they'll represent the fallen with a missing man formation where one aircraft will break away.
You came in here, and that was the ridge line, and they were shooting at us, and you came in here, so they didn't start shooting at you, because they couldn't shoot
My wife
at
likes
us
it.
anymore.
She wants me to open
And
them
they
up
hit
every
you,
once in a while. I want
you
some
know,
of that.
and that's the little bastard me.
She doesn't ran
Ran
very
out,
much.
ran back.
Well, that's
I
what-
told everybody, watch the blade. Dana was watching the blade, they were all watching the blade. If we'd ever gone, if all 4 of us would ever headed toward you, we'd all be dead. No doubt in my mind. That's why I said you're my savior. I
Yeah,
told
okay.
you know, I got beautiful girls. One's a medical doctor, and if it wasn't for you, they wouldn't be here. No need for applause. This is
I wasn't
This is
applauding
what
you.
happened.
I wasn't applauding you. I was applauding you.
yeah.
Well, I was, I was sitting there getting shot at. He goes back to his aircraft, and I'm thinking, What the hell's he doing?
That's exactly what I thought. What the hell is that boy doing? And then I was thinking, well, do I leave him here? Because if they shoot me up, I'm going to be there. I already had 2 wounded.
It took a lot of courage to do what you did, but a lot of people would have done.
I'll go with what the VA guy says. How'd you get that Silver Star? Did you do something stupid? I said, you're right.
Hey, every medal is for.
I will thank you every time I see you.
All right. Sure.
You know that. I wouldn't have my girl. I wouldn't have nothing if it wasn't for you. And if you'd have waited for us, you wouldn't have nothing either.
Well,
You'd be dead too.
we don't know how that.
No, I know how it would have ended up. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind how it would have ended
And then
up.
you ran back into the LZ.
Yeah. Dana followed me and he made up a story about seeing a guy by a tree, and I never saw him. But I believe him now.
The right scene.
Yeah.
When Gary picked you up too, and all you guys. Who was your crew chief and door gunner?
We don't know.
They were new.
We don't have a clue.
Brand new.
They don't have a clue.
They don't know. We don't know.
I had Tate and Buchanan. Tate was the
Tate.
crew chief.
What did he get shot through the butt?
Tate got shot on his side of the aircraft in each leg,
There's. We and I've been trying to figure that out.
and he got shot in the butt from the other side of the aircraft. So
Yeah,
we had
also-
him pretty well surrounded.
Okay.
If you looked at the aircraft, there was holes just about every place except down through the top.
We have been trying to find out the black guy that got the 2 rounds up through his butt. We were told it was two rounds.
That was Larry Tate.
And then we started sitting on our chicken plates.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, we took them off our chest and we started sitting on them. And we didn't want to get shot in the ass. We'll take a shot in the chest any day. Don't run that out of my butt, you
He was
know.
up
Yeah,
So he was the crew chief. Who was the door gunner?
Buchanan.
Buchanan.
Who, Buchanan?
I don't know.
Now it may be somebody else.
Well,
That's the
just
name I
thinking-
got in my head.
So you got a better memory than most pilots and crew chiefs because we don't.
We do.
When we went into Lolo, I don't even know who the hell I was flying with, but I found out it was
A very slim chance.
Tim Pasquarelli.
Pasquarelli?
Pasquarelli.
See you in August.
You leaving?
Yeah, I got it.
No, see you in September.
There's our unit, Bravo Company, 5th Battalion, call sign Lancers. Look at that formation.